Hey everyone, welcome back to Financial Futures. Today we're diving into something a little different but still super important for your financial future: the 2024 presidential election predictions. But here's the twist: we're not just looking at polls, we're going by betting odds from Bet365. Now I know polls have their place, but today, we're all about where the money's at. Who's putting their money on who, and what could that mean for your wallet? Let's get into it. But before we dive into today's map, drop a comment below. Who do you think is going to win the 2024 election? Will it be Kamala Harris or Donald Trump? Let's get the conversation started. Alright, let's kick things off with the West Coast. According to Bet365, Kamala Harris has a whopping 99% chance of taking California. Those 54 electoral college votes are heading her way. Next, we have Oregon and Washington, where Harris is also leading with a 97.1% and 98% chance, respectively. So, that's a solid start for Harris with a total of 74 electoral votes in the bag. Now, let's hop over to the Mountain States. Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming, no surprises here, are all heavily favoring Trump. Idaho has Trump at 98.5%, Montana at 96.2%, and Wyoming at a near certain 99.6%. Trump is also sweeping through the Dakotas and Utah, adding up to 23 electoral votes. So, as it stands, Harris is at 74, and Trump's closing in at 23. But don't get too comfy, because things are about to get interesting. Moving down to the heartland, New Mexico and Colorado are solidly in Harris's camp with 83.3% and 95.2% chances, respectively. Minnesota joins the party with a 92.3% chance of going blue. Harris pushes ahead with 99 votes now. But Trump's not out. He's sweeping the South, with high probabilities in Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas, bringing his total to 111 votes. We're halfway through, and the map is shaping up to be a nail-biter. Harris is holding on to a narrow lead at 122 to Trump's 111. But remember, it's those swing states that could make or break this race. Alright, let's talk about the East Coast. Harris is cleaning up in the Northeast. Vermont, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, New York, and more are all going blue. That's a big push, putting her at 225 electoral votes. Trump's still in it, though, with strong support in Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, and Tennessee, adding 65 more votes to his tally, bringing him up to 176. Now, this is where things get really tight. North Carolina and Georgia are both leaning towards Trump with 65.3% and 63.6% chances. That brings Trump to a razor-thin lead of 252 to Harris's 225. It's all going to come down to a handful of states like Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin. Michigan and Wisconsin look like they're heading Harris's way, but Pennsylvania? It's a toss-up. If Harris takes all three, she's in. But if Trump snags just one, we could see a tie. Yep, you heard that right, a 269 to 269 deadlock. What happens then? Well, Congress steps in, and let's just say, it's complicated. But with the current makeup, that could give Trump the edge. So there you have it, folks, a prediction map that's too close to call and might even end in a tie. What do you think? Will it really come down to Congress, or will one candidate pull ahead? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Next, I have something really important to discuss with you today. Your personal information, yes, including your full name, phone number, email, address, and even your social security number might have just been hacked. But don't panic just yet. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the next steps you should take to protect yourself, including some resources to check if your data was compromised, and what actions you can take to safeguard your identity. So, here's the situation. Just a couple of weeks ago, the National Public Data (NPD) systems were breached, exposing the personal records of about 2.7 billion people. Yes, billion with a B. If you do the math, that means nearly everyone in the US has had their information compromised. So, what do you do now? I've got some important steps and resources to share with you. First things first, you'll want to check if your personal information was part of this breach. Head over to np.pentester.com. I have linked it in the description below. All you need to do is enter your full name, birth year, and the state where you live. The site will generate a list of names, and if yours is on it, unfortunately, your information has been compromised. But don't worry, we'll walk through what to do next. If your information was hacked, one of the first places you should visit is identitytheft.gov. This is an official government website where you can report the theft of your identity and get a recovery plan tailored to your situation. The link is also down below. Now, let's talk about some additional precautions. You might want to freeze your credit, which you can do through the major credit bureaus, though it's not mandatory. Personally, I haven't frozen my credit, even though my name showed up on that list. It's a personal decision, and you should do what's right for you. To keep an eye on things, you can also get a free credit report from annualcreditreport.com. Check it for any accounts or charges you don't recognize. The link is in the description. You can call the Identity Theft Hotline. The number is 1-877-438-4338. Simple steps that can make a huge difference in protecting your identity. I hope this video helps you navigate through this tough situation. Remember, we're all in this together, and the best thing we can do is stay informed and proactive. Please do your friends and family a favor by sharing this video on social media. The more people who know about this, the better we can protect ourselves. Also, check out the other videos on this channel. I've got tons of content on financial tips and tricks that can help you secure your future. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.